Let's get it crunk.
Did I say that? Lodang?
Ludang.
Fuck. We started recording.
Yeah, that's on record now. You're racist against hippos. But more on that later. Matthew, come on. We can't both be falling asleep, dog.
I'm not falling asleep, dude. Little baby, you tired? Little baby, you need to be tucked into bed.
Matthew, shut up. But talk a little bit.
I am talking.
Keep going.
Drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Eric Church.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Sometimes I'll put, when I'm driving, I'll say to my car, play something like Should Have Been a Cowboy, right? I'll be like,
not Eric Church.
Oh, my headphones.
What do you got going on today?
Oh, there they are. My headphones were just like not correct.
Lack of
They
preparation.
weren't plugged in all the way. Matthew, I'm not
Failure
true.
to prepare is preparing
No,
to fail,
it's not a lack of preparation.
Preparation plus opportunity equals success. You're obviously not very prepared. You had an opportunity, and now we fail.
I'm as prepared as one can be, man. I've got a shirt on.
What about pants?
I'm not telling. I'll never tell. But I'll say to my phone to play, Should Have Been a Cowboy or something like that.
Great
and then, when I go to keep going down like the playlist or whatever that it's created, it'll be like Florida Georgia Line and all this shit that I really, really, really don't like. And I'm like, why don't you stick with the tone, man? Stick with the good stuff. I told you to play a good song. Why don't you keep playing more good songs instead of this stuff?
Dude.
I like there's that song.
AI technology, can't be trusting it. You got to make your own. I make playlists by hand.
The way we used to do it. God.
I got mixtapes cooked up. I got burnt CDs.
Yeah, those were great. I never made one.
Neither did I.
But people would give them to me sometimes.
Really?
Just admirers and things like that. People I knew.
Up.
They'd be like, "Oh, here's Kids Bop, 8 through 13." I'm like, "Wow, that's super nice. What's your name again? You want me to sign something for you?" Just like stuff like that would always kind of happen to me. Back in elementary school.
I did want to discuss your weekend.
Oh, my weekend?
Yes.
Oh, my weekend? No big deal. Not too much to tell. It's not super exciting. This may shock you, Matthew, but I don't think it's super exciting for people to hear about somebody else's Dungeons and Dragons game, despite how spectacular it might be.
I don't so much want to even hear about the game. I want to hear about the camaraderie. I want to hear about the
ties that bind us.
The festivities. I want to hear about
dude,
the setup. I want to be.
Yeah,
I want to feel like I was there, Andy.
Obviously, I went all out for a lot of reasons. I haven't had the real opportunity to put something like this together since my world famous Andrew Canada's Margaritaville party, which that was like 2017, I think, maybe 18.
Was that?
It was before I went to Baltimore, and I still had at least 1 year. So it might have been 2018.
Yeah.
I had at least 1 year of college left, maybe two.
Yeah, that
I don't know
was
when I
fun.
did it. But so I'm looking at the photos now. I should have taken a nice big video. What?
That day,
Margaritaville?
Yeah.
Will live in infamy forever?
Was one of those days where we had the hot tub on.
Yeah.
And then I turned the pool on, but I never changed it over. And like a week later, because we had no parents at the time.
Yeah.
And you were gone now. And the pool was like 99 degrees.
That's right.
And
I remember
went
that.
in the pool with a bunch of my buddies the one night because it was a big hot tub.
Yeah.
And our neighbors ended up calling the cops on me because we were being too loud.
That's
in the
right.
pool.
That was that whole thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What are you gonna do?
Not too loud. First and
We were being
foremost.
pretty innocent.
You were. I'm gonna knock
I mean,
that
we
man
weren't
out. I
saying
ever see him
innocent
again.
shit. I'm
that
sure,
guy's
like,
on my.
There was probably some vulgar stuff coming out of our mouth.
Yeah,
out
but
of
it
our mouths 'cause
wasn't.
we were just guys being dudes. But
it wasn't loud like that though. Those freaking. I'll see him. He's on my list. I'm putting him on. It's him and Carlos from Vacation Bible School. These are people I have vendettas against. So let's see. Obviously, I got. Oh man, I sent you the photos, right? I did. I wish I had gotten like a big video. So I only got these 2 pictures, and I don't think they do it justice necessarily. But The most fun thing I think was the cardboard cutouts that I got. I got the cardboard cutout of a big suit of armor, and then you can't see it in the photo, but I also got one of a dwarf like clad in armor. Very, very cool. Dice trays for everybody. Obviously, we got a big battle map in the center. Inflatable.
Let me see.
Tiny
I know
little
you
dragon.
did show me a clip, but I'd like to see this clip in reference. Can I get
Sure.
my hands
So
on the
tiny
sticks?
inflatable little dragon.
Who's that?
That's me.
Oh, you're setting up still.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
wife
because I
took
got
this?
that. No, this was one of the fellas. I got that thing that's like it looks like the bottle is pouring into the cauldron,
Yeah.
and it's super cool. I love it. But it's got the smoke and the water, so it was just like splashing everywhere. So I just unplugged it. But that thing's cool. We got a wizard staff that glows. Obviously, we got a couple different swords on the wall. Big old axe. Shout out to the people at Spirit Halloween for hooking me up.
Yeah, they just opened one right here. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
See, used to be a Rite Aid. They fucking kicked them out. Said this is a Spirit now.
Ooh, that's the way it goes, man.
Question for you.
Yeah.
What's this little Wait, I won the knight statue. Cool.
Yep.
Or cut out.
Yep.
2. Who's this little dragon? I
That's
know
just a
people
little
can't
dragon.
see this,
That's just a
but
little dragon I
just
got.
a little dragon.
Just
And
nice.
then
A lot of fun.
Unintentionally, I was trying to zoom and I went to the next picture, and you've got a great platter of snacks.
Oh yeah.
So
big
let me just
spread.
say, it looks like some kettle cooked on the front end.
Yeah, Cape Cod first and foremost. Cape Cod salt
Some
and pepper ship.
And then some barbecues.
You'd think so, but absolutely not. Those are sour cream and cheddar ruffles, my friend.
Okay.
Which is a big hit amongst those particular.
And then you've got a
people.
bowl of double chocolate Oreos.
No, they're Halloween Oreos, man, because they're a little more spooky.
You can't see the orange.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were back in season. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
We'll
But
more on that later.
a giant bowl of Starbursts, individually wrapped, which is the best way to eat them.
Yep.
Chocolate-covered Pretzies.
Mm-hmm.
And then a nice little charcutes.
Oh yeah, baby, that
I
charcuterie
see
board.
some prosciutto. I see some
couple different kinds of salami.
sopressata, it looks like.
We got mozzarella, Parmesan, Asiago, dried mango.
I was gonna say that looks like a dried fruit.
Yep.
But this is what I'm really intrigued with. So obviously you have your drinking chalices, which is a fantastic touch.
Yeah, those were cool.
And some custom D&D plates and napkins.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot I got those.
Yeah. Are those
Potions? Oh, you're talking about my potions? My elixirs?
No, these two guys up there. Before I guess at what they are, what are those?
Oh yeah, they're weed pens.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah.
Because you
so
want
two-
because some people don't drink,
Yeah.
but they like to do that. So,
So then your elixir. I mean, right up. So you labeled these elixirs. What are the little bottles?
yeah, so the big bottles are obviously different kinds of
It's a bottle of Maker's Mark.
alcohol.
I see that.
Yeah, the Bacardi one, that sticker didn't really work great, but it gets the point across, and that's what matters. So I got all these tiny little things.
Are they like shooters? What are
They're
they?
not shooters, I'll tell you. If you let me keep talking. But they're the size of shooters, and they're like they're the cocktail mixes. So like this is a mojito, this is a margarita, this is a caipirinha, this is an appletini. So they have them all. It's like the pre-mix of the cocktail, and then you're supposed to just like add alcohol to it. You can drink them without alcohol if you want. They're pretty thick, but they are tasty. So so I put a bunch of different stickers on those, and that was fun because
so you
it
could
covered
make
up
your own drink.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. And they're all different color. It was fun.
Yeah,
And then
potions.
they're potions, man. And then the big chest down at the bottom is a cooler. So in there we've got a couple different seltzers, Blue Light, blackberry or black raspberry, ginger ale, Coke, Mountain Dew, obviously.
Okay.
Just kind of, all the stuff. And, I'll tell you what, it was so much fun. Yeah, we had a great time. I made steak for dinner that night.
Okay.
We ate like
On the
kings.
grill?
Yep, grilled steak, mashed potatoes, broccoli. We ate.
What kind
we
of
did it
Bob
right.
Evans?
We did
or
it
did
right.
You make mashed
yeah, Bob
potatoes?
Evans.
Okay.
Bob
I
Evans.
mean, those are good mashed potatoes.
They're the best, man.
All right. Next cue. Did you complete your quest?
No, dude. This is now I'm talking to the folks at home. Now I'm talking to everybody at home. See, this is why Matthew he doesn't get it. He doesn't play D&D. You don't complete a quest like that, dude.
Yes, you do sometimes.
But it's not. But it ain't like that though. But what you don't
you kill each
understand is it
other?
ain't like that though.
Did you
no,
turn on
it's
each
like
other?
no turning, no PvP, because that can suck from what I hear. I don't know.
Any
I've never done it.
PNV?
No.
Okay. You never know. Might be some nice brothels on your.
Oh no, I
travels.
did. My character did have sex with a woman.
There you
actually,
go.
a redheaded bartender.
Nice.
Which was a blast.
Did you have any information to give, or was it
No,
just
no. We were
purely
we just hit it off. You know,
Okay.
we were just hanging out. But shout out to our good pal Dorico for putting this whole story together because it was incredible. We're just on the next journey of it. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, that's and this is the first time really having like a, it was just a couple of my pals, but having, for lack of a better term, like a party in this
in
this
the
new
house?
house.
Yeah.
So I gotta set the tone early because obviously the reason you buy a house is that so you can do a Margaritaville style party,
Yep.
and your parents aren't like, get rid of all this tiki stuff that's
Yeah.
in the basement. I'm like, you don't understand. This is my art, okay? The art of having a good ass time, brother. All right, and that's what I'm all about. And that's what we did. We smoked some cigars that I had left over from my wedding, not in the house, obviously, because
Soft.
my comic books. I can't have smoke near the comics, Matthew. I don't even let people vape near, like, in the upstairs area because it's too close.
Okay.
I did get to show off all that stuff, too,
Nice.
which was super sick. Showed off the urinal, obviously. My house has a urinal because my
Your
life
house
is
is
great.
a urinal
Matthew, how many times have I been over this with every single person I've ever come into contact
in the basement,
with? In the basement, yeah. In the bathroom, in the basement. It's got
and a
urinal.
toilet.
And a toilet, yeah.
No trough though.
No
I'm
trough.
out. Urinal doesn't impress me. I want to meet somebody that has a house trough.
You sounded pretty impressed by the urinal.
Yeah, but then I thought about it, and I remembered that my fantasy has always been like, if I ever have a big enough house, I'm getting like a out. Probably not in the house. If I ever really make it, and I have like a big house, and I have like a pool, and you know how people have like little pool, like a bar by their pool, and they got a little bathroom off it.
Yeah.
Troth, 100% troth.
Yeah, I mean, if we had room, we'd put a trough in.
Although, yeah, troth. I gotta
Trough.
think about troth.
Trough. No, you're saying it's
Trough.
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 Am I crazy?
F or TH?
It's F, man.
Trough.
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 Yeah, you said it right that time.
I-
You were saying trough.
Trough. I thought it was trough.
Trough.
Like, isn't that what a horse drinks out of a trough?
No, man, it's all troughs.
It's all
Everything's troughs.
I don't
This is
believe
just
you.
a trough. This is
I
just a
don't
weird
believe you.
shaped trough. Okay, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Trough.
Call up the
Horse.
arenas. Call up the arenas around.
Horse.
You pee in a
Trough.
trough, but you drink from a trough. The horse drinks from the trough, but pees in the trough. Now repeat that back.
You were wrong on all accounts.
I don't think so.
How do you spell trough?
I know you spell it with like a GH or whatever,
Yeah, you do.
but you pronounce it like an F.
You said F, though. So you were wrong.
Because I'm trying to,
You
what's,
should have said GH.
I'm trying to do it phonetically for
You
you.
could've said
I'm
GH.
trying to help you, Matthew.
You could've said
That's
GH.
all I want. I just want you to get out of here.
Trough.
You got a chance,
I've been saying it
man.
wrong for years.
Okay? My father laid brick. You've been saying trough for years?
Yeah.
You're nuts, man.
What do you mean?
Because it's trough with the F sound.
With a GH.
Whatever. But GH is still with the
And
F
now
sound.
I
It's
know.
not th. Yeah. You know
And
what?
now
You're
I
right.
know.
And now you know. And we're all better off for it.
But anyway, yeah. I feel like trough maintenance is a little bit more difficult than your standard toilet, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
you
the
got to
only-
really get
If
elbows
you have a
deep in it.
party, you're going to have to really run some water on that trough or,
Mhm.
or that bathroom.
Hose it down, hose it down.
Smell like piss.
Yeah.
Because that's probably why they don't have troughs very many places anymore, is because bathrooms that have troughs smell like piss.
Yeah, it's not the
But
most
you ever been in a
efficient way.
bar bathroom that has a trough and
Oh,
they
yeah.
throw the ice in there and they just let you piss on it and like that's what cleans the trough?
Yeah, a lot of fun for everybody involved, huh?
Yeah. You ever had one of those ice cubes?
No, of course not, Matthew.
You ever done a urinal shot?
No.
Neither have I, but I've seen a lot of people do them.
What's that? You take one of those pieces of ice?
No, the trough has the little it runs water,
Okay.
you know, from the like off the top. You know how they have the I think
Oh,
you-
what
I
are
think you-
those kinds?
Yeah,
Sure.
you like just hit the drink the water out of it.
No way, man. That's rough. That's brutal. That'll make you sterile. That shit'll change your blood type. You go from A to B negative real fast, man.
Gets people going.
Trying on that. Get some people going. Good way to do it. Folks, when I hear Instacart, the first thing I think of is carrots. Probably because that's their logo. All right, but you can use Instacart for way more than just carrots. All right, I was living in the dark. I was living in ignorance for so long until I realized that you can use Instacart not just for groceries, but you can get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. But the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do is spend $10 and Instacart will deliver whatever it is you're looking for right to your front door. No delivery fee. To get that deal, just hit the link in this episode description. Start making things a little easier on yourself and start using Instacart today. Folks, you want to do something nice for yourself, something that helps support the show, you can go check out all the great merch we've got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, fanny packs, bucket hats, slides, baseball hats, pint glasses, notebooks. What else? Oh, God, one of these days I'm going to be able to name everything on there. But that's the point. There's so many great things on there. And also top quality, by the way. All right? Especially when you get a t-shirt from like a show or a company or something, an organization, something that you want to support, something you're excited about. And then you get it. And it's that Gildan brand. It's the cheapest shit in the world. It fits like a cardboard box. It's disgusting. I would never do that to you. Okay? Especially as the t-shirts are concerned, I can guarantee you it's tri-blend material. Okay, that's a blend of 3 materials. So go ahead, check that out. Hit the link in this episode description. Get yourself something nice, something that's going to make you look good, make you feel good. And, of course, you can visit it, check it out for yourself, all at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. The podcast industry, it's interesting because there's so many podcasts are being created. There's like over 1 million podcasts, very few of which are actually active, putting out new episodes every week. Very small number of that are shows that are actually still in production. And that's interesting because the advertising in podcasts continues to grow. I believe it's up 10% from last year. I think that's a Forbes stat. Another Forbes stat that I love is that podcast advertising can be up to 19% more effective than your traditional, TV ads or whatever it is. And that's cool. That's exciting. And the proof's in the pudding when you see companies like McDonald's and State Farm and stuff move into the podcasting space. They're still doing their ads on the Super Bowl and stuff, which is crazy because these are just massive companies with huge ad budgets who are doing stuff like that. It's wild to see them move into the podcasting space, but it is cool to see them, kind of step away from the more traditional media into something new, something effective, something interesting. The problem is there hasn't really been any room for smaller or even local businesses to get in on the action to, get their hands into the podcast advertising pie to really understand why these large companies have already started doing that. But that's what we are here for. That's what we're all about. So, again, if you're interested in advertising with us, you can reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com.
So a success.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
I'm glad to hear.
It was a lot of fun.
I was excited to hear about it.
And I wanted to make sure the fellas all had a good time, and I think they did. I think some of the stuff was a nice touch, like the steak and things like that.
Steak sounds delicious.
Yeah, maybe we'll order pizza and stuff, and that's fun. That's great. We'd have a blast.
You got a good pizza place by your house?
I would have ordered from this one that is incredible, but it's very, very expensive.
Ooh.
And like super nice, like classy pizza.
Ooh. A Neapolitan style pie.
They do it all. It's so good. It's called Peels on Wheels, and it's like the best. But it's they got weird stuff.
An odd name for something that's the best.
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually things on wheels are like a step above prison.
No way, man. Cars?
No, when something's named something on wheels.
What about the bookmobile? Meals on Wheels?
You're not getting what I'm saying.
No, I guess I'm not.
Well, Meals on Wheels, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm
Yeah.
saying like anything that's like on wheels is like a haircut on wheels. Like you're not getting.
What
a good
about
haircut.
people in wheelchairs, Matthew?
That's not what
They're
I'm
bad
saying. I'm
people?
not saying things on wheel. You're
You're not
I'm
saying that, but that's what you're
No, I'm
alluding
not.
to.
I'm saying that things that have on wheels in their name.
Yeah,
in their
people,
name-
people on wheels. Humans on wheels.
No. Shut the fuck up, dude. I had something cooking and you fucking ruined it, dude.
Oh, sorry. Thanks for not knocking over my Celsius.
Yeah, you're lucky.
That's fresh. That's hot. That's hot just the way I like it. I boiled it up right before you got here.
Well, I wish I would have dropped some ice cubes in it, cooled it down.
Some
on your
urinal
ass.
ice cubes in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold the ice cubes.
Speaking of the Halloween Oreos, I'll say this.
Which I want now.
I think Halloween Oreos should be available October 1st to like November 7th. I don't think they should be up this early.
I
They were in
disagree.
the stores like 2 weeks ago.
I think
They're Halloween, man. They're not
I think-
fall themed.
I think late September through October 31st, boom. You can sell your remaining inventory, but there's no more coming in.
No, they're not making them.
I think to me, the past 2 days it's officially become Halloween.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Because
it's in the air.
I'm fine with Halloween starting pretty early in September. There was Halloween decorations up in my house in August,
Okay.
which I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
But I love fall. I think I've said this before. Fall is the 1-1. Fall is the season.
Yep.
But the beginning of September was hot and it was like the nicest it's been all summer in Buffalo. In the beginning of September, the past 2 days, although still a little warm, gray, rainy,
I love it.
like, dude, Halloween
element,
vibes,
baby.
total Halloween vibes. Not switching the subject, but flipping this to you. When we were children and we trick or treated,
Mhm.
was it not dark?
It would get dark sometimes. Yeah, absolutely.
It's never dark anymore when kids trick or treat. Bright as the daylight.
Well, I think that
Did they move it up?
I think they moved it up
Did somebody fuck with the
with that shit.
daylight
Did somebody
saving
fuck with
shit?
that shit?
Did somebody set our clocks back on?
Emily, can you check if somebody fucked with that shit, please?
That's not what I said, and I
Oh,
don't
so-
like that attitude.
I'm not saying I wasn't making fun of you, man.
Yeah, you
I
were.
was just no.
Yeah, you
You'll
were.
know when I'm making fun of you because I'll say something like
Anytime you try to
I'll
do
say
anything for
something
the rest of the
like,
show,
let
I'm
me
ruining it
think.
because you ruined my I don't even remember what I was doing, but you ruined it.
oh your wheels, your
Yeah.
on wheels type thing.
My on wheels skip.
Well, I was trying to save your ass,
was
man.
doing
You
hard-
can't
I was
be
doing
going
hard
after
five.
the handicap like
I wasn't, dude. And if I was, then fucking
What
what?
about Terry? Put a reverse Terry. You're gonna say that?
His
to
name's
Terry's
not
face?
Terry on Wheels. I'm saying things that have on wheels in their name.
Terry on wheels. That might be that guy's name.
It
though.
might be.
That might be that man's.
And guess
legal
what?
name.
He obviously isn't top notch. He got hit by a million fireworks. Just throw that shit in
No,
reverse,
man,
Terry.
he knew exactly what he was doing.
No,
he
he
was
didn't.
living on the edge. He's a thrill seeker.
What was I saying?
Darkness, Halloween, trick or treating.
I swear it used to be like pitch black when we would trick or treat.
No, not pitch black, man. I know the sun.
Ever?
No, it would start to go down, and we'd still be out doing our thing.
Dude, I remember it being dark.
But it would start, and it'd be light out every time, without a doubt. A couple times ended. One time, really, I only remember ended early, and it was still light out. At least for me, because it was the year I dressed up as Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh, like the adult Yugi, and it was that classic store-bought costume with the plastic mask and the elastic thing, like the Jerry Seinfeld book, and it was just snapping off and snapping off and snapping off, and I was just not having a good time. Because now I'm just like a punk walking around in like some weird fucking
Yu-Gi-Oh
purple,
robes.
yeah, some weird Yu-Gi-Oh robes. I'm like, I already feel embarrassed like dressing up as Yu-Gi-Oh. Even though I wanted to, it was still like,
Hi, Yu-Gi-Oh was a popular costume.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was probably like 17 or something, I think. No, I don't remember, but I was
If you were
I was
under
young.
14, I would allow Yu-Gi-Oh all day long.
Oh, I was definitely under 14,
Yeah.
baby. I wasn't. It was definitely elementary school.
Oh,
because
my
it's got
God, that's
because my
so
memory's got that weird
Yeah.
haze around it, you know. But I definitely remember crying. I definitely remember wearing fingerless gloves and crying, soaking my fingerless gloves with salty tears, which is probably what they're made for. Best Halloween, worst Halloween.
Well, I'm getting there, but I'm still on this whole Halloween thing.
We're burning
Dude,
our
are you
Halloween
gonna get
material
trick or
early
treaters?
this year.
I don't care.
Me neither. But I hope so, because it's the first year with the house, and I want, because it's almost similar to what I did this weekend, putting all the decorations in my house, right? It's setting a tone. It's sending a message early, because obviously I'm
You're
in
going
preparation.
full-size?
I'm getting full-size candy
Gotta go
bars
full-size.
because I'm a red-blooded American
Yep.
Christian man, and that's what good-hearted people do. And I need to make that very clear to everyone, not just that I am putting out full-size candy bars, but if you don't, you're a punk-ass hoe, and you got no place on my street.
See, I give out the full size, 100%. I think you got to, but part of me kind of likes that. Like not all people give out the full size, because then
it's fun. Oh, it makes you look better.
Well, no, because then people are like, dude, that house has the full size. Yeah, like you want to be that. I want an again, you should take pride in how many trick or treaters you get at your house.
Absolutely.
I think.
I
in
want
my
them
opinion.
skipping. I want them skipping
Skipping a
my
house.
neighbors.
Yeah.
Come right over and see.
No, don't skip
Here's
the
the
neighbors.
here's the Three Musketeers.
But I like I feel like trick or treating has like decreased in popularity.
Well, people have been doing a lot of like trunk or treats and stuff,
treats.
even post COVID, because they're just like
It's easier. You do
it's
it on a
easier,
Saturday.
I think. Yeah, and like it's all safe and stuff, but
Dude.
it's not.
How is that safer? I could put
I
razor
don't know,
blades in
dude.
my candy and pass it out of my trunk just
That's
as much
true.
as I could in my own home.
That's just like knocking on a stranger's door.
Yeah, but
that's
you
like,
know,
that's
like again, the old rule: porch lights on,
porch lights on.
maybe a pumpkin.
Yep.
They got candy. Porch light off, no pumpkin. Child predator. Don't go over there.
They got a statue of Jesus on the door. Maybe stay away from that one for tonight. Okay. Maybe let them celebrate All Hallows Eve their own way.
Yeah.
But yeah, best Halloween, worst Halloween. Worst Halloween, probably Yu-Gi-Oh! Halloween.
Really?
I just know that I was miserable, and I know I made Mom miserable as well, because like I said, that night ended early. I remember her, once again, like maybe trying to go tie my mask, and I'm like, I'm cold or whatever, and
Was I with you? You think?
you must have been.
I was probably little.
Yeah, very little. Best Halloween? I've had so many good Halloweens.
Really?
Oh yeah, man. It's Halloween. You can't beat it. When I was Adam Sandler that one year, that was a lot of fun. Walking around with my guitar, because I'd learned the Hanukkah song, so
Yeah.
I'd play that. Whenever people asked, I would not start that right away, going to the door. But if they were like, oh, you got the guitar, you play something, I'd be like, how about the Hanukkah song?
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Then I was Barry Gibb from the Barry Gibb Talk Show SNL sketch,
Yeah, you went on a
which was an
SNL.
absolute classic.
That was the white.
The leisure suits.
Yeah.
That was a classic. I think my last year trick-or-treating, I finally got to do Ghostbusters.
You did do Ghostbusters one
Yeah,
year.
I always, I was like, with my buddy Jake, I was like, we have to be Ghostbusters every year. And we just never did it.
Yeah. I think my senior year, I rocked that Ghostbusters costume. in
Yeah,
school
definitely.
For like a Halloween Spirit Week type scenario. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of my Halloween costumes. One of the staples was the Jolly Rancher for me.
That's an all-time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really remember a bunch of. I mean, I love Halloween. You know this.
It's the best.
I am a huge Halloween guy. I mean, I had some pretty good Halloweens like as I got older, like college Halloween parties. I've always thought like that was always a great time. I don't remember the only one I remember two of them. The one year we were like 70s workout chicks, I got to wear like short shorts with like leg warmers underneath
That's funny.
and a crop top. That was a blast.
Cool.
Yeah, I finally felt comfortable in my own skin that day. And we were the Backstreet Boys one year. Me and like the 4 other guys. There's 5 of us that lived upstairs in our house, and we were the Backstreet Boys, and that was a good one too.
Did you guys choreograph the dance together at all?
We did one little do-lad or do-ditty at one point when the song came on.
Yeah.
It was really just a quick like little like cross of the feet spin.
Yeah, nothing
just
crazy.
to show off. Like we could do it if we wanted to, but we're the Backstreet Boys. We're cool. We don't need to prepare.
No, that's plenty.
Yeah.
You don't need to take up too much more people's time.
White head to toe. Shout out to underrated like thing that I feel like a lot of people don't do for Halloween costumes is hit the local Goodwills.
Oh,
Great
people
finds.
do that.
No, I know a lot of
People
people do, but like that is,
That's like 101.
although
it's Halloween 101.
although jumping forward, I sent you a picture over the weekend, as you saw, of myself decked out.
Yeah.
I didn't explain why I was wearing that, did I?
You said you were finishing reading the book.
Yeah, but so I'm going to not a Halloween party necessarily, but I'm going to a Harry Potter party in the coming weeks. And I believe it's some type of Triwizard tournament. I don't think it's a Triwizard. I think it's the House Cup essentially. So like you had to give your house, and then I think there's this a series of games that's going to ensue based off of which house you've been put in.
Cool.
But hopefully I'm in the correct house because I bought a bunch of stuff for that house.
Did you wear that while you finished the book though?
No, but I
would have done that.
I wanted to lay on the couch. I did, and I've watched both Part 1 and Part 2 movies since.
Wow,
then.
so that chapter's done, baby.
Yeah, it's got me really excited for the show. It also has me kind of wanting to watch the Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, okay. I've only seen the first one.
Because they're about Grindelwald, aren't they? Or they're about...
The main guy is Newt Scamander.
Oh.
But Grindelwald's in them. Dumbledore's in them. Yeah.
The Deathly Hallows Part 2, to me, is the most different from the book. Which I found odd. Because essentially Part 2 is like the last maybe 100 pages of the book, is it not?
It's pretty slim because there's all that action.
Yeah. So to me, like, how do you leave out so much detail? Like, and even weird shit like that I don't really understand why they did. Like, in the book, Voldemort's in the Shrieking Shack and they run under the Whomping Willow and crawl down the tunnel and then hide there when he kills Snape. In the movie, they're just like at like a boathouse that they never even really show any other time in the movies. I guess you can kind of assume that's where the first years take their boats into, but they never even show that.
Oh. I don't know, man. That's pretty in-depth.
Yeah.
I always thought it was supposed to be the Shrieking Shack.
It was in the book. It was the Shrieking Shack.
I thought it was in the movie, but
No.
I mean, I haven't seen it in so long.
It's a weird
I'm out
little
of the loop.
boathouse.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. And there's some like
Alan Rickman, what a guy.
Creature never shows up with the elves.
Nope. They cut so much house elf stuff out of all the books.
But that whole thing and that whole last scene in general in the book, it's so cool. Like everybody's standing around watching Harry and Voldemort fight, and Voldemort's explaining the wand and why it doesn't work for him, and that just never. They pretty much do like a small little battle one-on-one. Harry wins. It's pretty anticlimactic in my opinion. I mean, obviously the way that they get there is intense when they're, but then they get there and that's what happens, and it's kind of anticlimactic. And then he explains the whole Elder Wand thing to Harry and Hermione after the fact, and in the book he uses the Elder Wand to mend his wand,
right,
and then like gets rid of it. In the movie, he just snaps the Elder Wand. So now my boy's back to 0 wands.
He can get a new one, though. But I do like Eddie Menz's. I forgot about that. I liked Eddie Menz's one in the book.
And I know I don't want to go too. I feel like the past few weeks, because I've been in the thick of it, we've been heavy into the Harry Potter talk.
Yeah.
But I will leave us on a few more closing notes. I would say that. God bless you. God bless you.
Thanks.
I would say that. Yeah, like that end scene. I think, not that I didn't like it, and I guess maybe they change it up a little bit so that people don't already know, like, you know what I mean, so that there's a little bit of difference in when you read. But like that scene in the book where they're dueling and everybody's around watching them, like not saying anything, explaining it, and the Slytherin like house counter hourglass is like pouring onto the ground, is like, you know, that's all over the ground, and it's like symbolic, I would assume, if you did that in a movie, like show it empty. And yeah, they just don't do that. I think in general they do a very bad job of displaying the castle from the inside in that scene, because it sounds so cool to see like all of that going on in the Great Hall and like what it looked like, and they had like, you know, bodies stacked up and stuff like that. I know they don't want to show all that, but they had like bleachers. Like there's just bleachers against the wall in the Great Hall now. Like,
yeah.
There's no fucking bleachers in the Great Hall.
I don't know, man. I think they probably did that to make it feel like a quick war hospital setup. Like they probably used photos from like England in World War II or something, or like let's make it look like this. That'd be my guess.
The Great Hall in every scene in all the movies looks so big,
yeah,
except for that scene. It looks like the side. It looks so small
because it's so sad in there, and they're realizing how finite life is.
Like all the scenes of the castle in that movie are just like bricks laying on the ground.
Yeah, well, I actually, you know, I just was watching. Shit, I hope I didn't I hope I still have one more episode left of this. But like the Vice series, Icons Unearthed, and they do like 6-part documentaries about the makings of different film franchises, and the one that is currently running is Harry Potter. And they did change a lot of how they did the building or showed Hogwarts. They changed a lot from like practical to computer generated stuff with those last 2 movies, maybe. So maybe it's got something to do with that.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel that there's just some continuity errors in the movies.
Yeah,
like from movie to movie. Like,
absolutely.
The Quidditch pitch is like, I know it's not really on the grounds, but when they, at the very end, when the Death Eaters burn it down on their way to like running into the bubble that protects the castle, in the movie, it's like on the other side of a forest from the castle. Like you go Quidditch pitch, forest, castle, which like,
I don't know, man. Maybe you should make a YouTube video. There's
I
so
know.
many
I
things
sound
in
like
my
a fucking-
algorithm. They're like,
I literally
21 mistakes,
I
every
just-
mistake in the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
It's fresh on my brain.
Yeah. No, it's
And
cool
I've got
that,
about a 2-week memory span, so I'm getting it all out.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that you have become this into it. You finished reading the books all on your own for the first time in your life. It's very cool.
So I'm big,
I'm sure you'll reread them again at some point.
big Harry
Might
Potter
be a
guy.
while. Now, obviously, I know the answer to this, but just to get it on tape, on the record, Dobby dies. Anything from you?
I actually am glad you brought this up, because I actually think his death in the movie is way more emotional than in the book.
I totally disagree.
Like maybe
He dies like a punk in the movie. I mean, he dies the same way, but I just don't like that. But it's also different in the books because, like you were just saying, there's so much Dobby material in the books, and then in the movies, he's in the second one and he's in the last one.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just think in the book, you said it sounded like it read beautiful. Maybe mine was missing a page, but in the book, it's just like we land on the sand and like Dobby is dead. Like that's how I remember reading it.
Yeah. From what I recall, there's a wonderful little sentence about his eyes, because you know Dobby's eyes are iconic, man. He's got those big ass house elf eyes, And there's some line in the book about them staring up at the stars they could not see, and that just really affected
See,
me.
I don't remember that line in the book.
Something like that's in there, man. Something like that's in there. And if it's not, then I'm a great writer. I'm better. I'm better writer than J.K. Rowling. And all my characters are trans. Every one of them. So take that. God, I'm gonna sell a million fucking copies. All right. Moving on from Harry Potter.
I'm trying to think of a good transgender spin on Harry Potter. I couldn't find it.
Oh, I want to just finish this off with the Halloween Oreos. I know this is dumb.
my
I'm talking
bad.
about it so much. I just wanted to say, this year, good year for Halloween Oreos.
Really?
This is a nice vintage for Halloween Oreos this year. Because like I was saying, I don't think they should be selling them this early, but I wanted to get some because they're a little spooky for the D&D party. So I bought ones, and the ones I put out were so good, I had to go buy another pack because I'm like, damn, this 2024, good year, good vintage for Halloween Oreos. Remember that.
Halloween Oreos, bad.
They're delicious. Bats. I think bats are what's missing. I'm trying to remember.
They used to have bats.
There used to be bats in the Halloween. Like, what did the past? I'm actually gonna Google.
It was bats, ghosts, pumpkins.
Got a ghost. They got ghost, pumpkin, witch, spider web.
Spiderweb.
That's what's up now.
Do you think they got rid of bats having anything to do with?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Do you think?
But the pangolin Oreos are like selling off the charts. Oh,
that's a fit.
That's not even a real Oreo.
Out of here.
You
want to know what that does look
haunted
like
house.
though? That looks like a Mickey ice cream. Like that's what that cookie looks like.
Yeah.
Ooh, they had a haunted house?
Well, that's not the real ones.
No, that is a haunted house.
Oh, right there. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Maybe they switch it every year.
I remember when the ghosts looked like that.
I thought that
they
was an
looked kind of
alien.
like hourglassy. Yeah, they looked alien-y. They looked like Mr. Burns in that one episode of The Simpsons.
Can you look up like what's on the Halloween Oreos?
I could try, but you know me.
What's on Halloween Oreo? No, I'm interested in getting to the bottom of this now. Okay. I was gonna say something else too. Oh, dude. Yeah.
Skulls, spiders, mummies, Frankenstein.
Halloween Oreos are no. Scroll up. Halloween Oreos are a limited edition Oreo cookie that features orange cream filling and a variety of Halloween themed designs. Some designs include. Have you seen all these designs? Dude,
I feel like back in the day, probably.
Wait, a box of 12 classic Oreos. Some say that Halloween Oreos. Come on, you keep. I'm reading and you keep moving
you take the mouse because I don't understand.
Some say that
what
Halloween
you're doing.
Oreos are a fun twist on the classic cookie and that they taste just as good as the original. Others say that the packaging is festive and attractive. That's just stupid. What the fuck am I reading? I want to see like a list of all the I want to see images.
That's what. Why do you think I kept trying to scroll up, man?
Boo.
All right. So these are like this year's.
I'm trying to look at like a picture of that.
Yeah, I know, dude.
That's this year's though.
Yeah, those are. I mean, they do look like that this year.
5 spooky Halloween designs.
Oh, right here.
Click that. Visit. Click that. Up.
There we go.
5 spooky Halloween designs. Bats.
Dare to Dunk.
That's this year.
I think Dare to Dunk might be in there. Yeah,
So
Dare to Dunk
bats.
is in there. So there is a bat on that one.
So there you go.
My
Pumpkin
bad.
Witch.
There used to be different bats. Pumpkin, Witch, Ghost,
Spiderweb.
Dare to
Dunk bat.
Dunk.
Dude, I'm trying to eat healthy and those I could. The problem is, my problem with Oreos, Andy, my problem is I have no self-control. That's the bottom line. If I get my hands on a pack of Halloween Oreos, if somebody wasn't watching me and like so I felt like I shouldn't eat this many Oreos,
Yeah.
you would be disgusted about the number that I would eat and not even think twice about eating it.
Oh man.
How many Oreos come in a pack? How many are in a row? How many Oreos are in a sleeve?
I don't know, man. 13 for spookiness.
Because what? There's 3 sleeves in a case of Oreos?
Yeah. 3 sleeves in your standard package.
You think 13 Oreos?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see.
How many Oreos are in a package? Or in a family pack?
Oh, I'm still on images.
Family pack.
Okay, so one roll contains 16.
Nah,
Oh,
that
no.
doesn't sound right to me. Wait, scroll on. Dude, it was just there. Wait, a 20-ounce family-size pack of Oreos comes with around 40 Oreos, while the party size. That's more Oreos than I'm thinking. How many Oreos are in a package? Click that. Scroll down. What's that considered? What is that?
That's a regular ass pack.
I know, but like how many Oreos are in that pack?
I don't know, man. Single serve Oreos.
No.
No.
What's that one say?
That's fudge cover?
No. Oreo minis? No. No, I think it's the top one. I think it's You think 40 Oreos come in a pack of Oreos?
No, I don't. Because that says family.
Yeah, I think a regular pack is a family pack.
No, because they say family packs.
No, because then there's a 52er.
Yeah,
Where did
that's
it
the
go?
party pack. I don't know. It was up there somewhere. Dude, you know I'm bad.
I
at
need to
Googling.
know how many Oreos are in a package.
Well, if you want to figure out how to word the Google and do some searching, please go ahead, go for it. But I don't know, 40 Oreos. I mean, that sounds about right actually, because
36.
36.
Standard Oreos, 36.
So it's 12. So I was close to
12.
the sleep because I said 13.
So
but
if
it's
you
12.
sit down, if you already had dinner, you're sitting down to watch a little show at night, you've already digested a little bit, you're like, ooh, I fancy myself some Oreos.
Yeah.
I have two questions first. So you pour some milk.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have a bunch of questions.
Okay.
Let's talk through the process.
Yeah.
You're pouring milk. What cup are you going? Are you going a full glass of milk?
No, I like to use a small one.
Like a rocks glass almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would agree with you there. Second question based on milk. Are you drinking any milk while you eat, or are you waiting till the end to drink the milk?
Usually I'll wait to the end, but sometimes if I'm feeling frisky, I'll put the whole Oreo in my mouth and then I take a drink of the milk so that the milk gets on the Oreo while it's in my mouth. And sometimes that's fun.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, sometimes you got to change it up. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm not judging. So my next question is, you have your milk now. Are you getting a plate or a napkin to put several Oreos on? Or are you taking the box with you back to your seat?
Oh, I'm taking a plate.
You're taking a plate?
Presentation counts for so much for me.
And how many Oreos are you putting on that plate? Standard.
6 to 8.
Which I think is probably a fair number.
I try to go by what the sleeves, when you get the packages
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
So like if they're 6 to 8. Okay. Like I think 6 to 8 because right, a single serve pack is 6, and like obviously you're indulging if you're eating your own box of Oreos, so 8 seems fair.
Half to
3/4 of a sleeve.
3/4 of a sleeve. Yeah.
Not me, man.
You're going all 50 at once, stack them on top of each other like
I'm
Goofy?
eating because I'm not I try to get myself a plate. Like if I'm conscious, I'm like, hey, get a plate, put 8 Oreos on a plate. That's it. But if I'm just like, I just want Oreos,
You take the box with you.
and I'm going
Like eating.
a standard, I take the box. But if I know I'm gonna have an impulse problem, I'll try to not
Sure.
take the box. Dude, I would say at least 15 Oreos before it even dawns on me like I probably have had too many Oreos, and then I'm probably going one more.
A clean 16.
And sometimes, yeah, because
Sweet
that's
16.
a sleeve, a sleeve and change. Once you start to really dent that second sleeve is when you're like, shit,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta
I
gotta knock it off.
Yep.
Yeah. So I would say 16 Oreos. But if tasked, I think I would have no problem eating an entire sleeve of Oreos. Or an entire box of Oreos.
package. Yeah.
And then hammering that glass of milk.
They go down easy, man. They go down smooth.
So one last Oreo-based question.
Mhm.
I'm living
Vicariously.
through you right now because I know I can't allow myself to go buy Oreos. How soggy are you getting your Oreo before you? Are you going full Oreo dunk or do you go half Oreo dunk and then second half?
Again, it depends.
Are you getting your fingers in the milk?
Sometimes a little bit.
Okay.
That's why you got to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
And
got to
how
get your hands
soggy?
dirty. The perfect amount. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah,
besides that.
I do.
It's the perfect amount.
I like mine. But okay, so this is how I'll know what your perfect amount is. Do you prefer them more soggy than hard, or more hard than soggy?
The perfect balance.
No, there's a line.
Not the way I do it, man. It's all on the wrist.
No, it's not. It's not, Andy, because some people's perfect amount, some people might think it's more hard than. If you had the choice, if you had to pick to either eat an Oreo more hard than soggy the rest of your life, or more soggy than hard the rest of your life, what would you pick?
I pick more hard than soggy from a mess standpoint.
So your perfect ratio probably leans more towards hard than soggy.
I am. I'll admit I'm a little conservative with my dunking, because if it gets too soggy, then the cookie will fall in, and that's a disaster. That's a nightmare.
So my girlfriend. Have you ever seen the fork method? It's
Yeah,
actually
of course.
genius.
Of course.
I don't personally do it, but because I can't.
Who has the
Andy,
time?
You know how some people don't wear shoes because they need to feel connected to the earth and shit like that?
Yeah.
That's how I am with Oreos, okay? I go 2 fingers on the Oreo, and I put it in the milk, and I apply pressure. Not like a ton, but I apply a half-decent squeeze on the Oreo so that I can feel as it absorbs the milk, and when it starts to get the right squishing. It's like Bobby Flay, how he can put his thumb on a steak and tell you if it's medium rare. Yeah. That's how I am with Oreos.
Exactly like Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
You're the Bobby Flay of Oreos.
I'm the Bobby Flay of Oreos.
You're that good. Is that what you would bring to beat your Bobby Flay?
Yeah.
What are we making today? This showdown's going down in 2 rounds. That's what they always say, because the 2 people got to face each other, and then the winner of that has to beat Bobby Flay, because you can't just roll up on Bobby Flay like that.
All right, we got to get a
who would win in?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all got to leave. You know, it's just the way it goes. All right, hold on. Let me remember who the other person in the who would win is. Wait, which one did we decide? Wait, I remember. Thanks, Matthew. The who would win of the week this week is Moo Dang the Hippo versus Abu, the monkey from Aladdin. Now, originally when you said this was, when your idea was Punxsutawney Phil versus Moo Dang, I was like, this is going to be the quickest ever, because Punxsutawney Phil is a piece of crap, and I can't wait to fight that guy one day. Punxsutawney Phil is like the Dalai Lama of groundhogs, but that's a different podcast. Hippos are some of the most vicious creatures in all the animal kingdom. But Moo Dang seems like a real sweetie. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Abu grew up on the streets. He's all about survival. He's all about, you know, coming up with tricks of the trade, getting one over on somebody, how to get on top. That's what Abu does. No matter the competition, he's going to find a way to get what he wants. Chances are he'll be a little sneaky about it, because he's not a super strong guy right away. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying. Abu's one to use mind over muscle. Whereas Moo Dang,
he's a bit, what's the word I'm looking for Abu?
Cool?
No, mischievous.
Yo, he's mischievous as hell.
He's mischievous. Moo Dang, though, is chaotic. Moo Dang goes off the rails. She's crazy.
Sure.
Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Emily, what kind of hippo is she?
A baby hippo.
I don't know.
How many different kinds of hippos are there?
There's
She's
a
a
few.
specific kind of hippo.
Like, there's pygmy hippos.
She's
which
a
are
pygmy
small,
hippo.
So, like,
Oh,
she won't be as big as, like, a
She's
wild
a pygmy hippo. I think she's a pygmy hippo.
I think so.
Okay.
She's a little crazy baby hippo. The world seems to love her right now. Abu, monkey, very loyal, very mischievous. I don't know much about pygmy hippos. I'm going to assume that they still have crazy strength.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to assume she's strong.
She's pure muscle.
She's strong.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's smart.
I mean, she's a wee baby. But even if she isn't the brightest bulb, that I think could potentially even benefit her in this fight, right? Because if she sees Abu as like a very mischievous kind of little monkey guy run around, she's like, oh, maybe I want to play with this thing, but she's basically going to end up lennying him because she doesn't know her own strength.
I think if there's two ways this fight can go. If I'm Abu, I'm gonna what's the bull? What are the people?
Matador?
I'm gonna matador her ass. I'm
Yeah.
gonna matador Mudang. Okay. Mudang is probably gonna run into the wall head first a lot of times and be okay, but eventually, I feel like it might do some damage. Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe that's the downfall in this fight. But if Mudang gets a hold of Abu in her chompers, it's done for
It's
Abu.
immediately over. It's not even close.
I think.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how strong. What are they called, Emily? Pygmy hippos are.
Yep.
But I'm assuming they're strong.
They're stronger than Abu, though. I can almost guarantee that.
Abu's
Yeah.
weak.
A pygmy hippo can still get up to. Well, she's a baby though, right?
Yeah,
now.
she's
Yeah.
a baby.
But still.
But she's probably like at least.
She's got some mass.
And
I bet.
hippos fuck people up, man.
Yeah, but she's a pygmy. I think you're missing the. Do you know
No,
what Mudang?
because,
Do you
but
know
Abu,
who Mudang is, Andy?
Abu is
Do
small.
you know who Mudang is?
Yeah.
Are
He's
you
that
sure?
baby hippo that's like, with its mouth
Are
open.
you sure you know who Mudang
Yeah, I
is?
do it, Matthew. But Abu is small. So what's the difference? The size comparison is fine for Mudang.
That's
Yeah.
Mudang.
Yeah.
You know
She's
Mudang?
a little Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, she is a little Pokemon. But that's
I can never vote against a hippo.
That's
I
Abu's
can never
whole
vote
thing
against
is
a
he's
hippo.
mischievous. Like that's his thing.
It's not going to affect Mudang.
I agree.
I
I'm
don't
taking
think it's.
Mudang.
I've got to take Mudang.
Lock in Mudang. Clean sweep for Mudang.
Yeah,
Dude,
of course.
Mudang's
she
too high.
deserves.
Somebody's gonna try to cancel
She's gonna
Mudang
fall.
pretty soon.
Oh,
Somebody's
yeah.
gonna look at her old tweets and she was gonna tweet a song lyric and and
Yeah.
they're gonna be
Mudang.
like cancel Mudang.
Mudang, how do we solve
For
the
now,
crisis
for
in
the
the
time
Middle
being,
East?
we'll stand with Mudang. But
Mudang. Mudang, what are your thoughts on
yeah.
Israel Palestine?
yeah, our political views. Mudang, we don't need any of that. Just keep being you. Keep being the hippo. That's a clean sweep for Mudang. Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Andy, busy day today. We have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Closing remarks. Go.
My head hurts.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.